All right. So hopefully you have something that looks like this now, but you should notice that we have a floor on here that hasn't extended over to the garage. So something a lot of people will struggle with sometimes is how to extend that floor, how to make that floor come over here without drawing another floor. So if we go to another view where that floor is visible, you see how we can see it's visible now? I'm going to unclick it just so you can see how do you select that floor, right? So if I hover over the wall and I hit the tab key and I continually hit it, after a minute or two, it should pick up that wall, right? But it doesn't seem like it's doing it now. The reason being is because that wall, sometimes things can be hard to select because they are even with the outside wall. So I'm going to show you a little trick on how to select the wall in that instance. If you simply come here, you hold down. Now, if you come out here and click a data point and draw a window, you don't select anything, just like in AutoCAD. But if you do a crossing, you see how it's dashed, and I select everything there, notice up here something comes live. It's a filter. If I click on that filter, notice it has all these things are selected. There's floors, grids, and walls. Well, I only want the floors. So if I hit check none and then just click floors and hit apply and OK, now that floor is selected. Then I can hit the edit boundary feature and notice how you see how my floor is beneath that wall. It's a little hard to see. And you see how these walls are so thick? If I want to adjust that on the fly, if I simply on my keyboard hit TL, notice how those lines get thin. TL makes them thick. It also makes them thin. And there's another place where we can find that we'll talk about later when we start editing details more. Right now I'm going to come up to this option. Notice I can draw my lines, but there's an option called pick lines. It's very handy. If I click that and click here, here, and not click that line, watch what I can do. I can come up here to the trim elements to corner, or if I hit T or R on my keyboard, I can do that. I'll click here and join that. And then I will simply click that line, grab the grip, drag it back to here, and hit finish. And now, if I go to my 3D view, my floor is all the way connected and it's one entity. The reason this is handy or not so handy is because when I click on the floor, notice what happens. As soon as I click on it, see, nothing's happening. I'm in the 3D view, but if I click on that floor, immediately I get information on that floor. And if you look here, it gives me a perimeter, an area, and a cubic footage. The reason that's helpful is because if I'm scheduling this floor, someone will know exactly how much concrete goes into this slab, how much wood approximately goes into that floor, because I can schedule that for different materials as well. And we're going to learn how to schedule things like that down the road and then filter our schedule so that we can get the information we want. All right. So right now, I'm going to go ahead, stop this video and let you get caught up to me with the floor. And then we're going to start adding other things to the model, and we're going to start manipulating our walls a little more. Okay?